Hey everybody, it's Rob. It is March of 2021 and it is Women's History Month. It also happens to be my 9-year anniversary month. So I thought I would celebrate by making an update video. Some things have been irritating me lately and I just wanted to rant and get it off my chest, so to speak. I've encountered sometimes where cisgendered men will, once they find out that I'm trans, basically treat me like a girl who dresses as a boy or something. I just don't feel like I get the full respect of being a man once they know that I'm trans. There was a time even before I transitioned where I was at work and I was clearly living as a butch lesbian. I wore a shirt to work that was a Billabong brand shirt. It had a woman on it wearing a grass skirt. She was in her knees in the sand, and she was not wearing a top, but she had long enough hair that it covered, so it was provocative, but it wasn't showing anything. And one of my coworkers had complained to management, and so they asked me to turn my shirt inside out or go home and change it, and then come back to work. And I was telling one of my friends who was a coworker there that all that happened, and she was like, that's bullshit. So she asked to borrow that same shirt and wear it the next week to see if anybody made her turn it inside out. So the next week she wore it and nobody said anything. So about 10 minutes before our shift was up, I went up to my manager and I was like, hey, so she's wearing the same shirt and nobody has complained that it's inappropriate. And he was just like, oh, I didn't realize, nobody brought it to my attention. And then the next day they fired me and gave me my final check and said that they're just trying to weed out the sour grapes of the company and that they do not think that I'm a good fit. Now, mind you, I was one of the order pickers and I had like no errors in my order picking. I was putting out the most orders. So for them to say that I was not a good fit for the company, I really think they just saw that maybe I would be a troublemaker and they let me go. In retrospect now, looking back at it, I probably could have filed a lawsuit against them, but I didn't. I just moved on to the next job. Now, since my last video, I have actually changed jobs again. I was terminated from my last job. I will admit I said some inappropriate things about my supervisor, but I was so frustrated and HR didn't seem to care to listen to my side of the story and what was going on. Anyway, yada yada. One of my coworkers had heard my supervisor ranting about me, and he said something to the effect of, if he was a real man, I would knock his fucking lights out. Now, that got me to thinking, okay, he's basically saying I won't hit a girl. And to me, that's kind of not really offensive because I love women and I think that they are capable of so much more than men. But I'm like, how am I affecting you in any way where you think that it would be like fighting a woman? I'm really curious about, what he would have had up his sleeves if we would have gotten into fisticuffs. I don't know. But something recently happened at my new job with a gentleman that I don't know if he even knows I'm trans. It seems more like he thinks that maybe I'm gay but something was said today, and I was like, I don't know why these guys have, I don't know, this sensitive male ego where somebody who was originally a female is now living as a man, but they still consider me basically a female. I just don't get it. It's 9 years into my transition, and I'm not really a fighter. I'm a nice guy. I don't want to get in even an argument where anybody raises their voice. But it's just frustrating for me to be treated by cisgendered men as basically just a girl who dresses like a dude and looks like a dude, but he's basically a girl. So I just had to get that off of my chest. Most men that I keep around me in my circle of friends, they just treat me like any other dude. And so I feel great about that. Most women that I'm around treat me like the best guy ever, or the best of both worlds. Even then, I don't care if I'm compared to like having some aspect of me female. I'm proud of who I am, and I would not be the person I am today if I wasn't raised as a female and know what I had to go through before. So that I'm okay with. But when people won't come to terms with the fact that I'm a man now, it's just really frustrating. And there's nothing I can do about it really, but I just wanted to vent about that. And maybe I'll do some update videos more often. I know I always say that, and then I don't. But life gets in the way. I've moved, I've gotten a new job. There's just stuff going on all the time, but I will try to update more often or rant more often, depending on how you want to look at it. But I am excited to celebrate my 9 years on testosterone this month. I hope you're all doing well, and I guess I'll see you next time.